from Electrical Zone here, and today I'm here to talk about bubbles. Bubbles, a beautiful, touch me not or I will burst thing. How many of you like playing with bubbles or love playing with bubbles? They're beautiful, aren't they? Crystal clear, shiny and magical. This is what fascinated Shreya the most. Shreya, a little happy girl of 10. Being a daughter to a serviceman, she used to live in a quarter colony. And the children there were quite a lot. The evenings would be full of giggles, shouts and screams and playfulness in the children's park. One fine day, Aryan, her friend, brought a bubble toy, the ones we get in fairs. Now Shreya was so eager to play with it, but she wanted it to be hers. "Daddy, bubbles!" she said, in a cute little puppy face, and Daddy came to rescue. He took a long stick and plucked the leaf from the papaya tree. Now, if you guys know, the leaves, the petioles of papaya tree are long, green, and hollow inside. So he took a mug, put some water and shampoo into it and mixed it, and gave it to her. Shreya took that and put the stalk into it and blew air into it, and she was amazed to see bubbles coming out. Now she had her own customized bubble toy by herself. She couldn't contain this joy and she went on jumping and blowing bubbles all day. Little did she know that one day she'd be hating bubbles. She'd be wanting to break it so badly, but would be failing all the time. Cut to 4 years later, Shreya was now 14 and a little bit more confident, honest and older than she'd ever been. It was the happy time of the year, the festive season. After her half-yearly exams, she was about to go to her village for her Dasai Tihar and Chhat celebrations. However, her sister and her mother had already gone because their vacations had started. On the third day of her exams, she realized that something was being hidden from her in the family. By her father, who suddenly left that morning mentioning some office works. By her eldest sister, who had stayed back to look after her and her younger siblings while her mother was away, but was seeming very lost. She couldn't figure out what it was, but she definitely knew that something was wrong in the family. That day she thought to herself, only if she was big enough, mature enough, and responsible enough for them to let her know that thing. Well, exams passed on. And finally Shreya was ready to go to her village. But then she was told that they were no more going to her village. They were going to her uncle's place in a city nearby village. And this sounded so weird to her. But she went. And on the second evening at her uncle's place while she was doing her vacation homework, her aunt came to her and said, "Shreya, get ready. We're going to Kathmandu." Shreya had never been to Kathmandu in her life. And she would always seem excited about it. However, this news didn't come to her as excitedly as it should have. Shreya was no more excited to go to Kathmandu. They went that night. And the next morning, Shreya was standing in front of the burn ward of Beer Hospital, wearing a gown and a cap, waiting to meet her mummy and her sister who was admitted there. She was told that they had an accident, a fire accident, and they were brought here 9 days back. This was enough for her to feel nothing, to feel numb. Shreya was numb. She went inside the ICU and looked for her mother. She couldn't find her and returned. inside the ICU and realized that she didn't recognize her mother the first time. She walked onto her, touched her feet, looked at her, talked about exams and came back. She was amazed how her mother remembered talking about exams even then. That night, Mummy passed away. That day, she thought to herself, how on days lies are comfortable than truth. How on days we wish lies to be true and truth to be a lie. Suddenly, Shreya was big enough to know that, mature enough to bid her a goodbye, and responsible enough to handle herself. Within a week, she was a bubble herself. A touch me not or I will burst thing. But the bubble was not clear, shiny and magical anymore. It suffocated her, it limited her, but also protected her at the same time. She wanted to break it free, be limitless, but the fear of being vulnerable made her insecure. Insecure that she'd be incapable and incompetent to strive and survive. The bubble contained all her fears, pains, griefs, and mourns, buried somewhere inside that would never come up until it bursts. And 9 years later, ladies and gentlemen, Shreya decided to burst that bubble and shared her story to you all. Thank you.